In a few minutes, you'll be going out to the Science Center to take a visit and walk around, and you'll be able to see where all of our kits are kept, and you'll be able to meet Bradley Cones, who's the person who takes care of all your stuff. If you've emailed to the Science Center asking for help, he's the one that you would have been contacting, so it'll be kind of nice to put a face and a name together. We're going to be asking you when you go out there your input on how the kits are set up. So as you go down the rows, there's going to be one row where there's tables set up, and all the kits for 4th and 5th grade will be set, and 6th grade, sorry, will be all set up in that area. And we have the materials. Some of them are taken out, some of them are still kind of in the drawer. If you can try to keep them in front of the drawer that they came out of, that way it's a little easier for Brad when he goes to put them back on Monday. That we would appreciate that. There's also on the back side, as you walk down kind of the center where the tables are at, you'll see that they're labeled by grade, so you can kind of get a visual of where you're headed. You're going to have enough time to look at 1, maybe 2 kits, because you'll be out there for about 30 minutes. If you find that you're going through a kit faster than that, please feel free to go on to the next one. There are clipboards at each kit that have a place for you to indicate what quantities of the items that are inside of those kits that you would like. For example, some of the kits come with 100 plastic cups, but you only are doing it for one class, and you only have 35 kids in the class. So do you really need 100 plastic cups, or could we only put 40 plastic cups in there? It helps save Brad from doing some inventorying. It helps to save from some of the lost materials, and it helps then you have less to count out as well. In some instances, there are some lab sets that people would like to leave together, and you have a place where you can write that down as well if there's something that would help you to cut down on your time. We can only leave lab sets together where the materials aren't going to be damaged in the shipping back and forth. So if it's rock sets, those are easy to leave together. Just means that we need you to be very honest in your inventory. Like if there's a set and one of the pieces is missing, we need you to put a sticky note on it, tell us what's missing, and indicate that on your inventory sheet so that Brad doesn't have to go and take those sets all apart and then put them back together again. Trying to streamline a little bit for both you and for Brad. If you haven't ordered your kits yet, there will be order forms out there for you so that you can order for next semester. If you are one of our K3 teachers, that would get you about halfway through this particular rotation. So you'll also have some pacing guides available to you so you can kind of figure out how you're going to pace and what parts of that kit you're going to teach since you're halfway through the rotation. As far as consumables is concerned, and just a note of clarification, consumable means it's something that you used up in its entirety. So for example, if you're using chalk, then that's the chalk that you've used up. If it's just something that can be washed and put back in the kit, then that's not a consumable. For example, in one of our kits, we have cups that have a hole in the bottom of them for planting things. Those cups, for the quantity that were put into the kit, cost $43 for us to replace. If a teacher were to take all 100 cups out of that kit, and if all 100 teachers that taught that grade level did that, then we would have over $4,000 in replacement costs just for that single cup. So if we could please ask your help, that consumable means I used it up. It does not mean that there were extras and I took them out. And it doesn't mean that it's something that I send home with the students. It should be something, if it's not used up, it needs to be placed back in the kit, please. I'm going to let Brad talk to you a little bit more about the cleaning and putting things back in the kit, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up of what it was that you were going to be seeing as you go out there. Enjoy your time in the Science Center.